The next 24 hours for Bitcoin is incredibly important, and that is why I'm making this pretty quick update just to inform you on what is going to happen. So the very important event that is taking place, of course, in the next 24 hours is the FOMC meeting. This is going to be a very important meeting, not because of the interest rates themselves, because that's 99% chance clear that we're going to see no change in the rates, no cuts, no quantitative easing just yet. But why is it important? Well, it's super important because this is the first time that we have Fed Chair Powell talking on stage after Trump has introduced tariffs and after we have the confirmation that the United States of America is going to be doing a Bitcoin strategic reserve and an altcoin stockpile. So the event that's taking place in 24 hours time is not important because of the interest rate data itself. It's important because Fed Chair Powell, in the press conference stage of the FOMC, he will likely be asked questions about the Bitcoin reserve and also the tariffs. And if he thinks that tariffs will be inflationary in the future, and therefore will it prevent quantitative easing, and what he thinks about the labor market, etc. So it's going to be a very, very interesting press conference, and we're going to be streaming it live over on the Moonshow channel, which you can go to my channel, scroll down, and check out over here. If you're not subscribed, we go live every single day, so check it out. And of course, guys, I'm trying to reach 50,000 subscribers. We're so close to hitting 50K. So if you make sure to subscribe, that would also be very much appreciated. And this is one, guys, that I think that, tomorrow's event, super important. FOMC is historically unbelievably volatile for Bitcoin. We have been forming a symmetrical triangle / ascending triangle over on the 4-day time frame, but unfortunately, that is seeing a break towards the downside. And if you want to calculate the target for this break, then it will take us to around the 76 to 77 region once again. I'm not entering any massive long positions for Bitcoin until we see a breakout and confirmation of a flippening of the upper trend line, which is currently resistance, into support, because that will create an uptrend on the micro timeframes. On the daily, we are in a bearish downturn and we're on a bearish trend. And as you guys know, the trend is your friend until the very end. So until we can create a bullish sort of narrative and a bullish trend back on the daily time frame, I'm not entering into any massive long positions. However, I still do believe that currently we are in a great buy the dip opportunity. And this is the tweet, by the way. FOMC in 24 hours, rates will be unchanged. The focus will be Powell's comments on tariffs and the Bitcoin reserve. So the reason why I think it is a wonderful buying opportunity is, number one, the fact that we have a 50 SMA retest over on the weekly time frame. And of course, we have a stochastic bullish crossover on the weekly time frame too, which has led to Bitcoin pumps every single time, pretty heavily to the upside. And then finally, you have a retest to the prior resistance of the inverse head and shoulders, and also a test of support on the parabolic trend. So all these things are very good reasons for you to accumulate Bitcoin. And if you want to be doing that, then you can go to the description of today's video and sign up to Weeks or Bybit. See that we're testing constantly accumulate Bitcoin. I'm just doing massive DCAs for Bitcoin, my spot positions over on Bybit, because you can actually buy crypto with fiat for the first time. Well, not first time, but if you're buying Bitcoin for the first time, then you can do so with fiat over on Bybit. And actually, I just got the Bybit card too, so I can actually spend my crypto and I can spend my Bitcoin and make Bitcoin my standard and not have any cash at all, which is pretty cool, which is pretty dope. But if you don't want to use Bybit, or you can't use Bybit due to your geographical location, then you can trade over on Weeks. The link is down in the description below for both exchanges. And of course, Coinflare is another great place to be trading derivatives as well. So those are my thoughts. I mean, tomorrow, are we going to be bearish or bullish? I think his comments will probably be bearish. So we could see Bitcoin trading all the way down to 77K once more. There's no guarantee because it's completely, you can't guess it. We're just going to find out live and talk about it live, and the price will probably enact accordingly during the live stream. That's why it's a super important show. But the final thing before I end off is, of course, the S&P is also testing the 50 SMA. If we lose it, then, and we end up going below the 5,200 level, that's going to put the S&P officially into a bear market. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But again, time will tell, and we'll see what ends up happening. So far, we don't look too good. And the search trends for recession is actually the highest since June of 2022. And if you go to the price of the S&P, Well, you were entering almost the exact bottom, but you still had more downside left, at least a bit of a consolidation when you compare this time, this peak of recession and right now. So I think there's definitely more downside potential before a recovery on the S&P. That's why, again, I'm waiting for the confirmation of the flipping of this trend line before going massive long into Bitcoin once more. It's eventually going to happen, but it will just take a little bit more time. The final chart that I wanted to talk about is the fact that if you're bored, and you're upset with crypto, well, it's okay because this is what Bitcoin does. 80% of the time, Bitcoin just ends up consolidating, right? And it's only like 3 to 4 to 5 days of which the pumps actually happen. You can see every single pump in the previous bull cycle or this bull cycle. All of the massive pumps have taken either 4 days, 4 days, 1 day, 3 days, 5 days, 5 days. So all the pumps, the important pumps, have happened in a very short amount of time, and most of the time, Bitcoin is just consolidating. So it's completely okay for Bitcoin to consolidate. You just need to you need to keep stacking. Basically, when we do enter these consolidations, you need to buy as much as possible on a consistent daily basis. And when those pumps do happen in that short time frames, that's the time you will see the reward of you staying in crypto, educating yourself, and accumulating as much as possible. But guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to destroy the like button. Again, subscribe if you haven't done so already. So thank you so much for watching. See you on tomorrow's show for the FOMC meeting, and then I'll do an update video here on the CryptoKid channel as well. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.